Steve, I want to talk to you about your project, your documentary, but I got to first start by saying you must be pretty excited right now.
I think everyone in Northern Ireland is very, very excited. The place once again has gone absolutely bonkers, as it did back in April, at the Masters, when unfortunately things didn't go Rory McIlroy's way. But today, after another near flawless performance, I've been speaking to people back at home, and once again they're crossing their fingers and crossing everything they've got that this young man, an absolutely fantastic talent, can finish it off and win his first major championship, which would be incredible after Graeme McDowell, doing it last year. Northern Ireland's a very, very small place, and to have two people who could win this back-to-back would be an amazing, amazing story.
A country of what, 1.5 million people?
1.5 million people. It's a very, very small place compared to America. Many states are bigger than Northern Ireland, and yes, it's a small place, but it's got a fantastic golfing heritage. We've got fantastic golf courses, but we've also produced some very fine golfers through the years. Padraig Harrington from the Republic of Ireland, obviously a 3-time major winner, and Graeme McDowell here last year. He's from the North Coast, Portrush and Rathmore Golf Club is where he plays his golf. But Rory McIlroy lives just outside Belfast, was brought up at Hollywood Golf Club, which is a 9-hole parkland course. It's not one of the most prestigious courses in Northern Ireland, but this is a young kid who, from a very, very early age, decided that golf was his life, and he's an only child. His mum and dad have brought him up absolutely superbly. He's an absolute credit to them, and they worked very, very hard to give him the opportunities to play golf, and it's obviously paying dividends now.
I see that he's from Hollywood, and I think, yeah, he was destined to be a star, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what everyone said. It's the other Hollywood, in Northern Ireland, which is a very, very small, sleepy town, to be honest. But it's nice that Rory has his roots in Northern Ireland and he still lives in Northern Ireland. And I think a lot of people really appreciate that. The way travel is now, it's much easier for him to base himself there. I know he's not playing on the PGA Tour this year, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to play on it in the future. He's still playing 10 or 11 events, in America. And he just looked at his schedule and said, look, I like being at home. I like being around my friends. I love having my family close to me as well. And he's relaxed, and I think that's been good for him, and it's obviously showing here this week.
Tell us about your documentary.
Well, this year we decided to make an HD documentary on Graeme McDowell after his success last year, and on Rory McIlroy, following them this season from the start of the season, and then the programme's going to go out on the eve of the British Open Championship. So at the moment we've got a fantastic story on our hands. We can only hope. Graeme's been fantastic and given us some great access to his home in Florida and showing us his new house, and we've travelled to the tournaments with him. We came to the media day here with him. Likewise, Rory has invited us into his home in Northern Ireland and given us a look around there, and obviously given us some really nice interviews and talked about his decisions to stay at home this year, the tough decisions he's made, obviously on relating to giving up the PGA Tour and concentrating on the European Tour, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to get a really good programme out of it if all goes according to plan this weekend.
How would it be in Northern Ireland? And I think the key here is that he's a young man who stayed home, and I'm sure that means so much. But how would it be if come Sunday afternoon he does fulfill this week and deliver?
It would be incredible, absolutely incredible. Last year we had a camera crew camped in Rathmore Golf Club as Graeme McDowell, was winning the US Open. The place went absolutely nuts. And Graeme, even though he's based himself in Florida this year, it's because it's not a Ryder Cup year, and obviously he's the US Open champion. You've got to make a commitment to the PGA Tour. But he's got a home in Portrush, in Northern Ireland as well, and he spends a good bit of time there too. So his roots are in Northern Ireland as well. But honestly, back at home, both those golfers, and Rory on this occasion, he is such a popular young man. He sort of transcends sport. Everybody knows Rory McIlroy. He's a big supporter of the local rugby team. He goes to watch them all the time, and he is an absolute superstar. And it's not just what he does on the golf course; it's the way he handles himself off the golf course, and the way he handled, what happened to him at the Masters. He may have lost the Masters, but he certainly didn't lose his grace in the way that he handled that defeat. And in Northern Ireland, that really endeared him to people even more, as I think it did to everyone here in America as well. So if he can win on Sunday, believe me, there will be some party in Northern Ireland.
Steve, I have no doubt that he's a classy kid, and the way he handled the Masters was perfect. But I mentioned to him today, I believe that the trip to Haiti, between the Masters and here, gave him a chance to see what it's like in other parts of the world that maybe he wasn't too familiar with, And maybe a double bogey at the last on Friday doesn't affect him like it might have even 2 months ago.
No, I don't think so. And to be honest, because we've spent a bit of time with Rory after what happened at the Masters, and he genuinely said to us, look, I have to be honest, it's not really affecting me as much as everybody thinks it is. And I think he's actually quite puzzled why everyone keeps, questioning him here about what this supposed meltdown and collapse at the Masters, because he inside, I think, has genuinely got over it. Now, don't get me wrong, back 9 on Sunday, there's obviously going to be a lot more pressure, but if he's got a big lead, that's not going to be a problem. But I do think, yes, the trip to Haiti, and we've spoken to him about that it has left a lasting impression of him. It's put life, into perspective. But as to be honest, it did after the Masters when he said in an interview with me, look, nobody died. It's really a golf tournament. I'm 21 years old and I haven't won, but I'm going to have plenty of more opportunities. But I do agree with you. I think that trip to Haiti has certainly left him with some perspective.
Steve, last thing. Talk to me about how much fun it is to be a journalist, be doing a documentary, but yet to be a fan, pulling for somebody, and I'm betting it's going to happen this week. But so, I mean, you're in a beautiful position.
Absolutely. Last year I was on holiday during the US Open in Spain, as was Graeme McDowell's mum just down the road by complete chance. But, I've become a good friend of Graeme's, and I know Rory pretty well too. And it broke my heart not being at Pebble Beach last year to see Graeme McDowell win a major, because it was just something so special. And if to be here and see Rory McIlroy win a major championship, honestly, it would just be a dream come true for us as well, to be here and feel part of it, and to be able to report the story back home and feel genuinely connected to it, so that everybody back home, we can give them a feel of what's going on.
Hey Steve, it's great to meet you, and I look forward to talking to you after this great accomplishment come Sunday.
I hope so. Everything's crossed for Rory, and I really genuinely think he's going to bring it home.